As four non-blondes once said in their hit single, "What's Up?" What's going on? In a week or weeks of moving in, moving out, the significance of a 5-year anniversary, and another TV show, what else is new? What's happening? Welcome back to the What's Happening podcast. What's happening? Little song on the fly.
Did you hear my stomach?
No? Was it going with the beat?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
I'm Spencer Miller, and I'm your host for this week on What's Happening. And I am joined, as always, with my co-host when I am the host,
Shelby.
Shelby. Shelby, what's going on? What's happening?
Pretty good. I mean, could you arguably say I'm the best co-host ever? Because I'm...
You're my best co-host ever.
Oh, thank you.
I don't host much.
You host this every week.
I host this every other week.
Sorry.
Can we just real quick, before we get into everything that we actually want to talk about, can we talk about, because I told you that this was my plan
Okay.
for the lead-in.
Okay.
Can we just talk about how stupid the fucking naming convention of that song is? The name of the song by the Four Non-Blondes is What's Up. The song goes, hey, yeah. Right? Copyright strike.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the song is What's Up, but never once in the song do they say what's up, instead subbing it for what's going on.
They should have said what's happening.
And I say,
What's happening?
what's happening?
Yeah, it was great because when you realized this, you marked that. I'm going to give away the timeline. You marked that a bit ago. And then the whole night you sat there singing it. And every time you'd go get to that point, just really straight faced.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's up? If anyone watches the YouTube version of this, you'll see that we kind of slightly changed how we film it. We're trying to get a little bit closer to each other. Social distancing, but together. Anyway, but yeah, so just trying to not feel so far away and separated from the camera and from each other. So
That entire intro was a mess. That was a hot mess.
no, that was beautiful.
But also, I'm working on a bit of an intro song, so you guys let me know what you think
In case you couldn't hear
of
it.
that. So stupid. But yeah, I kind of touched on it. We want to talk about it was move in and move out week here around us. So obviously with Shelby's trash obsession, a running theme, we got stuff to talk about there. Shelby and I, of course, we started a show. We finished a show. We watched Umbrella Academy. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We are celebrating. Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's been...
I love you so much. Our 5-year anniversary. It's kind of like stupid at this point.
Oh, it's really stupid, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
like we're dating.
I have a whole
Like when
thing
you're-
about that.
Right, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
But like when you're married,
I know.
you should
You start over.
Absolutely. Yeah, which is dumb.
Which is dumb.
But also that obviously means we'll
Yeah,
touch on it.
I agree.
And then we're gonna end it, instead of talking about Bugs Next, we're gonna talk about
Ourselves more.
yeah, we're gonna do a Newlywed game to show how much we don't know about each other over 5 years.
Yeah.
So let's jump into it. I think a good place to start, you let me know, is to just go in the order of our note here.
I love that idea.
And start with move-in week. Shelby, you were on cloud 9, girl. It was people moving and moving and moving some more.
Yeah.
And we were walking and walking some more. And we were finding and finding some stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then we picked it up.
Yeah.
That's my song.
Yeah.
I don't know if last time stuff was out or if
I think I had just said you
Had
were
you
like,
gotten the
it's
books
getting there. Yeah, I
last
think
time?
I had just gotten like the books and stuff.
did we get anything this go?
We
We got one thing, obviously,
got one thing,
which we'll talk about.
which we'll talk about.
This whole intro still has just been us like slow jerking what we're going to be talking about.
Aren't you guys so excited about what we're going to be talking about? No,
Let's
talk about it.
talk about it. Yeah, honestly, we didn't pick up as much as I
No.
guess I thought we would
Well-
have, but we got this chair, which I think we had last time. We
did.
You got some books
I did get some books.
that you wanted to read, and then there were 2 things this past between recordings.
Yeah.
There was a couch,
I still miss that couch.
and there was a super haunted
It's not
desk.
haunted desk. I did pick up like canvases and stuff because I repaint canvases, but those
Yes.
are not as
You
exciting
should talk
to
about
talk
that
about.
too. You should talk about the repurposed place, the recycled paint supplies. You should
Oh,
touch on
I
that.
should talk about
That was
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah, because I like freaked out in a video about that. Yes.
So there
Sorry.
was a couch. It looked really nice. It did.
did look really nice.
There's no room in our tiny ass one bedroom apartment to
I
put
was
it.
ready to rearrange this entire apartment to make that couch work.
You'll notice we rearranged part of it to
We
prove
put ourselves
that it
into a
still
corner.
wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. I think it would have worked. It just would have
Wouldn't have worked.
it would have required losing a member of the apartment. Spencer. No, I'm kidding. But
Oh, that's funny.
anyway, it could have worked. It would have been tight. I will absolutely agree with that. But it was a very nice couch, and like I'm pretty sure almost all the cushions unzippered so you could wash everything, which like so we could have basically cleaned it and it would have been great. But it was a little bit of social anxiety because we saw it and it was moving day. So there were people everywhere. Like trucks everywhere. It was a disaster. Like people were blocked up on our street for quite a while because no one could get through. It was a mess. Thankfully, we weren't moving because it was entertaining in itself just to watch, and I'm happy I wasn't a part of it. But yes, it was a bit of social anxiety. Also, yeah, definitely would have been quite the adventure getting it into our apartment, which Spencer would have loved. And so we had to say no to that one, but no one took it. I'm pretty sure it got trashed, which is really upsetting because it looked pretty nice.
That I will agree with. That is upsetting.
So that happened, and yeah, basically there was kind of a mix of like just either sorry, can you please pay attention while
I'm paying attention.
Why are you sitting so low?
Well, now I can get a lot closer.
Oh, nice. Close to the microphone. Anyway.
I'm still like as tall as you almost.
Yeah, I'm just like an inch taller. But it was really sad. So, I mean, moving day, I knew I was going to be on cloud 9, but also I like hated every second of it because the amount of trash that was just like
it was so gross.
that was just thrown out on the side. Like we could at points you couldn't walk on the sidewalk. You had to walk on the street because literally the sidewalks were covered in trash. And
it was bad.
It was really bad. Like part of me was like, should I I felt the need to like photograph it because I was like, I don't think anyone will understand like actually how like terrible it was.
It would have been like hashtag deep, don't you think?
Deep, I know.
Because you wouldn't have been doing anything about it, but you would have been taking a picture.
I would have been taking a picture, and that's the kind of activism we need these days. So I know.
Get it, girl.
I know. So anyway,
influencer attitude on point. Fleek. Good. That was good.
Anyway. So that was pretty upsetting because...
Can you get to the point?
No, because there were clearly entire apartments just like thrown out on the street.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. There actually, you know what? There was another thing. There was that desk that I was saying would have been nice if only like one of us really needed a workstation.
There was like a one-person
There was
desk.
like a nice tall desk that would have been good.
That would have been
That
nice.
would have been able to just be put in the corner essentially.
Yeah.
But since we both obviously have to do a good bit of work.
If there would have been two, we literally could have swapped out our obnoxious dining table for two personal desks.
Yes.
But we have like monitor setups.
And this could have gone in the kitchen instead of that raggedy ass.
Instead of having a folding white table. People would think we're still college students, but anyway.
People would know we're still college students.
But yeah, so it was exciting, but it was also a lot. And shout out to trash collectors. I'm sorry.
That was a rough couple of days.
It was. It all went away. It was all collected in trash.
Which is also just really upsetting
because it's
like,
gone. It was just
there were a lot of like pieces in there that like people could have definitely used.
Absolutely.
It's like, I'm not gonna, maybe people posted it and nobody claimed it.
Right.
Whatever. I'm not gonna knock them for that, but it's very disappointing to see that people opt to go to like IKEA to buy something when it was literally last week just sitting on a sidewalk.
And we have a Goodwill. We have several Goodwills within a 5 to 10 minute radius of us. You can't tell me they don't take it. Like I know they're gonna take it. Like they'll take most items. So yeah, it was just kind of sad the probably lack of effort for a lot of people. Can't say for everyone, but it there was a lot of stuff out there that definitely was like new.
Right.
Anyway.
In hindsight, I'm looking back at this. Talk about the thing that we did end up pulling into this apartment.
Oh, yeah.
That is definitely going to get us murdered.
No, it isn't. Stop, because you're going to literally make me not sleep for like the rest of my life. So, this was a week past move-in, roughly. I see this piece out on the sidewalk that just has
this piece.
It
just caught your eye.
I couldn't not look at it. I walk up to it and I saw a couple like older people inspecting it, and like from afar it just looked old. That's like all I knew. And I walk up to it and it has a little paper on it that says free, and then it said circa 1860s standing desk, and then it said main inn, so I'm assuming they believe it came from like an inn or a hotel, which would make sense. It's basically, I'm gonna do a really bad job of describing it, but if you know antique pieces, it's basically just a gigantic standing desk, a giant old wood standing desk that you could probably picture at like an old inn, hotel, maybe restaurant if it's more old style, but like you literally, like if you're standing at it, like your arms are like in front of you to like write anything, so it's like pretty tall, or you would need like a bar stool to sit at it basically. And we bring this into the apartment. It's definitely older. It's in really, really good condition. It really just needs like probably a new stain and oil situation.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's in like really good condition. So I get Spencer to help me bring it up here, and it detaches into two pieces because it is pretty like big and old. And I'm thinking we just didn't put it back together completely. I mean, we basically knew we didn't because we couldn't get it to fully slide into the base correctly.
Right.
Because there's just like divots that you have to align the pieces to each other. And it sat in our bedroom. Because that's our most open space, is in the bedroom, and I figured I would kind of like refinish it in there. And we sat it there. It was roughly there for like an afternoon, like quite a few hours. And that night, as we're going to sleep, and it makes it extra creepy that it was like 3 to 4 a.m. So like when spoopy stuff happens, you know, the loudest creak just came from it, which I immediately in my brain, it scared me, but immediately in my brain I was like, okay, I live in an older house. My house has a lot of antique furniture in it. Things make noises. Like, I'm used to that. I'm used to like furniture making noises. So I immediately in my brain was like, it's
that just
okay.
means you've grown up with haunted ass furniture.
It's just possible. It's very possible. But I'm used to furniture creaking. So I immediately calm myself down until I turn over and Spencer, dead face, just looks at me and goes, that thing's haunted. But then proceeds to just roll over and fall asleep. I'm now scared shitless, and I, no joke, couldn't sleep that night.
Here's the thing.
I was
What's
so
haunted?
stressed. I was so stressed.
What does haunted mean? It doesn't have to be innately evil.
It doesn't, but that's still scary.
Why?
Because I don't want things happening.
Pod. What's happening? Pod. That's when you do it. Nothing's happening. They're friendly ghosts.
I hope.
Whatever. You know, they haven't done anything malicious yet.
But
and
yeah.
If you move forward with that thought process, you don't have to get all scared. Now, if somebody's like, oh yeah, but like, why don't you go to a cemetery? Maybe there's friendly ghosts there. Fuck that shit.
I don't go to cemeteries at night. They're nice to walk in during the day.
It's just dead people, dude.
Yeah.
There's nothing nice about it. It's stupid. Stupid that we do that as a society.
I mean, kinda.
Let's make some change.
Yeah, let's change our cemetery system.
Make cemeteries great again.
No. But yeah. So
I just remembered something I want to talk about. Go ahead.
So yeah, we have that piece. Spencer's got me a little stressed out, and keeps making jokes now. Every time any noise happens in our apartment, he says it's because of the desk. So at this point, I plan to just refinish it and probably sell it because we probably don't have a use for it. But it is a really pretty piece of furniture, and I literally would cry if that thing had gotten trashed. Like, I let it sit there for like most of a day, and no one had picked it up. So I'm hoping I can find a actually good home for it. I think it'd be really cool. Like, there has to be like old style inns still around here. Like, we're in a very historic part of the country, so there's got to be old areas that would be like, would take something like that. But yeah, I hope it's not haunted, or I'm gonna be really stressed out.
It's not haunted.
I was like telling myself I was like gonna go out the next day and like buy sage and like sage this place and like try to feel better about it.
No, you do not run. You don't convince.
Oh yeah, is that what we're talking about?
No.
Oh.
You don't convince the spirits that you're scared of them.
We started watching Ghost Adventures.
We did start watching Ghost Adventures.
That's all I'll say. It's been a great time.
And Zach Bagans is a faker.
A faker?
You heard it here first.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure other people have had that conclusion.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
There's some shit that
There's
happens
some
on that
crazy
show
shit
that
happens.
definitely is unexplainable.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are certain things that are very explainable. Moving on.
Yeah.
So in our last video, we fucked with Shelby's hair
Yeah,
for once. No big deal.
no big deal.
Go back and watch that. That was fun. Yes, now we both have dyed hair.
Beautiful.
I did it first.
No big deal. I'm such a copycat. I just want to look like my boyfriend.
Aw. Stop it.
I'm growing out my beard too.
I'm growing out mine. But in the video, I said that I was hit with a moment of deja vu. So I thought that's something we could talk about because I get such intense moments of deja vu.
You do?
And I was just like, hey, let's like talk about like what deja vu is for me, what it might mean to you, listener. And Shelby, you can give like your experience on deja vu.
Okay.
So
You want me to start?
yeah, any great experiences?
Not really.
Wow.
I don't really experience...
Have you ever felt it?
I think yes, but nothing that's really stood out that I could sit here and call back on.
Interesting.
Like, I've probably had moments where I'm like, whoa, this feels weirdly familiar, but then it's over. Like, it's nothing ever specific.
So to my understanding, deja vu is when you have a moment that you feel you have an exact moment that you feel like you have been in before, essentially. I don't know what the scientific reasoning or, definition is.
Right.
I think a lot of times it's your brain. It's something subconscious that your brain is like tricking you into thinking. It's similar to something that has actually happened and stuff like that.
Is it tricking you?
It's triggering me.
Is it tricking you though? Or have you experienced
I
it
don't know.
before? Okay.
So now I'm about to get like,
Philosophical?
yes.
Yeah.
My belief
Yeah.
is it's very similar to like what Matthew McConaughey's character in True Detective, not his character in anything else, his character in True Detective, has a moment where he's talking to the police officers and he goes, we've had this conversation before, we'll have it again, we'll have it a million more times. I don't know what number time this is that we've had this conversation, but every single time it was the same.
Right.
Essentially. And I kind of have that outlook on our lives, essentially. So you live your life, you may have moments where you can change little things, but overall, you live basically the same life over and over again. Infinite universes, infinite, that general concept. I'm of the belief that because I'm probably living my path that I've lived pretty closely about 1 billion times at this point now, that when we dream memories of moments that have happened in our life. And that's why we can have these moments where we see something that's going to happen in our future. And then when it actually happens, we're hit with that deja vu because we've dreamt it so recently.
That's basically memory.
That it's within our short-term memory on the grand scheme of things. Short-term, might be long-term. But that's why we remember it and have that moment of deja vu. That's my personal belief. So as to why you don't have deja vu, your pea-sized brain, just kidding.
I don't have deja vu, but I dream a lot. But I also
You
don't...
do, but you also, like...
But I don't dream realistic things.
Right, and that's the other thing. People go, but then, like, are all your dreams? And I used to think yes, but then I started having dreams that were super weird, more lucid sometimes and stuff like that. Well, that obviously wouldn't be the case. But I think when I have these realistic dreams, they're moments that
You've
lived and I'm most likely going to again. Which I think is, like, super curious and, like, that's just how I want to live my life. I want to live my life believing that.
Right.
You know, if I
mean, what's the harm in like thinking
right,
that? Like whatever.
Right. I'm obviously not super religious, but if I were to die and be presented in front of some pearly holy gates,
Yeah.
I praying that he's all forgiving, as they say, or he will laugh and send me to the no-no place. You know, and if that's the case, that's the case. But if I do get sent to the no-no place, I've always thought, if Satan's really a bad guy, shouldn't he reward you for being bad? So I would think that hell would be a badass place to live.
Right.
If you're truly a bad person. That being said, if you're like kind of bad, but not good enough, and people are doing some really messed up things down there, you're
Right.
not gonna like it.
Right. The levels. All the levels.
But yeah, so I just like I have these moments of deja vu, and like
You get
you
them
can
like more
attest,
vivid than like anyone I've ever met.
you can attest to it. Yeah, how like I will like stop because I'm like, it like it
Yeah.
comes on like crazy, like it's like a sucker punch.
Yeah.
I have moments where I'm having a conversation with somebody, and as somebody is saying something to me, I'm saying it in
Like
my
you
head.
like yeah.
Like I'm giving their exact response to me because I know what they're going to say. And the reason for that could be we've just had the conversation before.
Right.
And because we're dumb humans, we just
repeat
don't
ourselves,
change
yeah.
anything in our conversation and say the same thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's something about it that really just hits me. And I don't know. I love the feeling. I love it because then I'm like, man, that's crazy. And then
Yeah.
there are times where I hate it.
It was
'cause
really
I'm like,
funny.
"Ugh."
It was funny because we didn't catch it on video. We just said it happened basically. It was right as we stopped filming. Spencer literally like just looks at me and is like, "Have we done this before?" And I was like, "Dyed my hair or like what?" And he was like, "No, like have I done this before?" Which I can fully say he has not dyed my hair in this, especially in this apartment before. He's like helped me briefly while we were in Pittsburgh, but like never fully dyed my hair. And he was like, "No, like I've been here before and I've been doing this before." Like he was like, "I literally like did this right here before." And like it was just a very like you almost had like an out of body experience for like 20 seconds, and you coming back, you were like, "What just happened?" And like
Yeah.
you clearly get not like confused, but like you can tell like you're really caught off guard that something just happened or
Yeah.
happened to you or whatever. Yeah.
It's funny because like a lot of time, like for this example, like I'll try and think, and like you said that like I might have helped you out in Pittsburgh, and like if I helped
maybe.
you when you dyed your hair, like one time when you were at La Roche,
Yeah.
your little bathroom area was really tight,
Yeah.
and you were sitting right in front of your sink,
Uh-huh.
which is similar to our setup in there.
Yeah, kind of.
So like I could have just
Maybe. Yeah.
slightly remembered that and just all of a sudden was relating it to what was going on, which is like very possible.
Uh-huh.
But like it was just, man, it was just such an intense feeling. I was just
Right.
like, I like vividly remembered like doing your hair.
It was
and,
just
like,
weird because like the only times you've ever helped me is like to make sure basically the back's even or something I
Right.
can't see. That was the first time you've
it's
like
crazy.
ever fully like done my hair. And
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
Crazy feeling. All right. So
So
because we are talking about what's happening,
yeah.
I feel like it would be important to touch on this piece of news that I literally just read.
Okay. Now I'm scared.
It's about the good old COVID-19.
Okay.
I don't want to get into politics. I think most people understand where we stand on certain things.
Yeah.
But there was a news report that President Trump, in an interview or it's caught on recording,
Okay.
him saying that he knew that the coronavirus was going to be worse, but didn't want to cause panic.
Okay.
And obviously, now knowing what we know, 190,000 dead, I think, from it. People will say, the flu would have killed as many people and stuff like that. But, there's so much unknown.
Yeah.
And the only thing I want to say to that is that just truly shows how unsure we were as a whole group of people. Because you can look at other things that, certain governors were doing,
Mm-hmm.
and not realizing what would be happening, and not realizing that the individual states could have put in mandates sooner,
Right.
stuff like that, and just kind of not realizing just how serious this was all going to be. And now we're sitting here
How many months later? Since March.
almost 7 months
Yeah.
in quarantine.
Yeah.
In quarantine,
I was saying,
like
we're in an area that really is still quarantining. Like we
we're
haven't.
able to, we're able to move around and stuff.
But-
we're allowed to go outside.
Yeah.
It's not like a
But we're
only
still-
go out for the essentials.
We're still in
But
a
that
pretty
is still-
heavily closed down area.
That is still kind of the idea.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to think about. Again, I'm not gonna, I could sit here and challenge that, more could have been done. And it's very ridiculous to say I knew it was going to be worse and not, but I'm not going to get into that. Because again, if you had that mindset, then you clearly didn't understand
Truly what it would do.
the don't know the right word.
I'm also not buying the didn't want to cause panic, but sure,
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think that is a true testament to, like, not realizing, for any number of reasons,
Right.
just how bad
right.
it's going to be. And I think everybody's at fault for that. Because, I mean, I think when it first happened, I was like, there's no way this is going to be that bad.
I can fully say, I fully will say.
I think we both were like, it just seems like the flu.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
And that was a lot of the you know, first reportings on it.
Yeah, it seemed like,
And
okay,
then,
2-3 years ago was Ebola. What was it? Sorry, I'm just trying to draw rough connections.
I think Ebola might have been when we were in high school.
I literally have no memory. I just remember that being a thing. It wasn't huge in the United States.
I think there were 2 cases.
It caused a lot of fear, but it wasn't huge. So we kind of had that to go off of, like, oh, well, the last time something like that happened, it was
and we're
scary.
America.
And
we'll just shoot coronavirus.
Oh my god. we obviously, like, had kind of that most previous experience of being like, okay, like, obviously we're gonna be cautious, we're gonna be aware, but, like, it didn't really happen last time. Like, you know,
what are the odds?
And then also, it was like, oh, it's basically the flu. So yeah, we kind of, especially people our age, were like, oh, it's the flu. Like, you just are gonna wash your hands a couple more times than you normally do, be a little more careful, you know.
Right.
We all had that viewpoint. And it sadly, as a lot of these things go, it wasn't here yet. So we weren't worried about it.
Right.
Like, we were in one of the areas it hit first in the United States, and even we weren't like, we were like, oh, okay, like shit, like, people are getting sick.
We were basically like, well, maybe we shouldn't take public transportation.
Yeah, that was
about it.
Yeah, basically. And then I think numbers climbed very, very, very quickly and spread, and we were like, oh, this is like, it took a lot to make it real, I'll say.
Yeah.
Which, like, is really unfortunate, but it's also just, like, human nature.
You know, we're for the most part homebodies, but, like, I'm thankful for the fact that, like, we had just recently moved here, so, like, we were still kind of, like, you know,
we were also just getting out of winter,
getting our shit together. And then the time of year was kind of fortunate for us as well. Like, we weren't out doing much.
Right.
Had it been different, you know, might have been more susceptible to it. And I kind of think about that sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like, you know, I know personally I don't handle being sick very well, so I'm still fairly scared about this.
I also don't handle you being sick very well.
So, thanks. Yeah. So, like, I'm still nervous about it. Like, you know,
it's still a very
not living
real
in fear,
thing.
but
you have to be aware.
You gotta be safe. So I just wanted to give a little bit of a COVID update because I thought that was crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
And just, again, shows just how wholly unprepared we were.
Oh, yeah. And I still don't even think handling it that well.
Wear a fucking mask.
Be safe. So our quick show update.
We're not going to get into too much. We haven't really watched that much because we watched Ghost Adventures for the most part because it's kind of easy to watch while, like, working.
Yeah. I love it. There's so many things I want to watch for fall time.
So we've been watching that, but we did make the decision. I was like, let's watch, like, a show. Let's watch something. So we decided to watch Umbrella Academy because season 2 just came out not too long ago. And I think we were both pleasantly surprised with how good it was.
I was very surprised.
I'm going to forget everybody's name.
Yeah.
But Klaus is hands down the best.
Klaus is my favorite. I literally love him.
He was really annoying to me about
right off the bat.
First 2, maybe 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And then he grew on me instantly.
Yeah.
And I was like, perfect. He's great.
He was my favorite person ever.
The one who's the 50-year-old in... Oh, he's just number 5. That's just his name.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what's his name?
Never gave him a name.
Yeah,
they, like, never
he
said
just
it.
continues to go by number 5.
Oh, my God.
He is also great.
He's, like, the only one they never called by a name.
Yeah.
That's so
and
weird.
He probably was given a name and probably just said he wanted number 5 because he's a weirdo.
Yeah, he was kind of weird.
Love him as well.
Yeah.
Like, I find him to be really funny because he's literally a 50...
Every character has their great...
Oh, yeah.
Great aspects to them.
For sure. But the best is when, like, he says something, like, super rude and mean to one of his older siblings.
Well,
but he's older than them, and it's just so funny.
It's a show, in case you haven't seen it, basically a group of people who have superpowers.
Yes.
And kind of a, like, they were a superhero set, but they, like, things got weird, and it's kind of like, you kind of equated it to Watchmen.
Yeah.
It's very like, you know, kind of weird. Like they all have their lots of problems.
Yes.
And grew up in
It's
like
super
weird
similar
situations.
in my opinion to Watchmen, because Watchmen was a group of superheroes.
Yep.
Or people who, I guess, vigilantes.
Yeah,
they technically
probably.
don't really have powers.
Right, that's true.
Except for Dr. Manhattan.
True.
And they all split up, but like Dr. Manhattan remained as like the like body that everybody knew. And that was kind of like the Umbrella Academy. Everybody left except for Luther.
Yeah. So it's a lot of that.
And then he ended up on the moon.
Yeah.
Kind of like Dr. Manhattan.
Weird.
Was Manhattan on the moon or was he on Mars?
Oh, it might have been Mars.
Still,
It wasn't another.
He was in space.
Planet. Yeah, it was
which
another.
Is the moon. You know, my favorite planet.
He
was on another planet.
Mass in the universe. It wasn't on Earth. Is what I meant.
Well, a mass in the universe is technically
I
like.
really need you to stop.
The dog outside taking a piss. That's a mass, technically. Just saying.
Yeah.
Was Dr. Manhattan on a dog taking a piss?
Maybe. We don't know.
Was he?
Maybe.
Was he?
Maybe. He might have shrunk down.
It's kind of similar. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a lot of that. It is.
And it's all of them having their own issues.
Yes.
And like having to like come back together and work through
Yes.
those issues. And season 2 was kind of just like the same as season 1, but like in a different time period essentially.
Oh yeah, because they like mess with time.
Yeah.
They mess with like.
But the way they mess with time isn't
annoying.
that bad.
I agree.
Like it's not to the point where you're like, that doesn't make sense, that wouldn't work, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
because you have to really be careful, in my opinion, when you put in powers, and especially when you have the power to mess with time. It can get a little too like, oh, we'll just recorrect everything ever, and it will just change anything. There's no consequences. There's no like sticking to one path. There's no like reason for doing something. It's just, oh, we'll just change it if we don't like it.
Right.
So they, in my opinion, didn't do that here, and I really. For the most part.
But they also are kind of doing it because each time the end of the world's coming and they go, fuck, we need to stop that.
Yeah.
That we need to stop.
That's the whole idea of the show. It's just, I was very, very much pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. It's solid.
I really liked it.
Season 3 hasn't been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
Probably.
And I'm in. I'm bought in on it.
I was sucked into it pretty quickly.
You were.
I really
very
wanted
fast.
to.
I was like, do you want to watch Ghost Adventures? And you were like, I kind of want to watch Umbrella Academy. I was
crazy.
like, let's go.
You're like, good, I saved myself a couple extra days without Zach Bagans.
Yeah. So now we're going to watch probably The Boys next. So we're going to kind of keep it in the Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
The Boys is on Amazon. We're going to keep it in like the superhero realm.
Yeah.
But like weird superhero realm.
Yeah, like what would you classify that? It's not like dark. It's just like.
The Boys, I'm pretty sure, is dark.
Yeah, but like. I don't know how
Watchmen
else to explain
and this is like.
Because as soon as you say superheroes, you think like, ooh. Like,
you think like Justice League and Avengers. Yeah, I don't know what you call it. It's just a different take. Watchmen and Umbrella Academy are, yes, I feel like they're more like based in reality.
Mm-hmm. They're very
as
fun.
Based in reality as you can be with Umbrella Academy
right.
with having superpowers.
Right.
But, you know, for the most part.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Really good. Definitely would recommend. Okay. Now on to the main event. Shelby and I on this
Let us
Saturday,
talk about ourselves
the
more.
day that the podcast is coming out, we'll be celebrating our 5-year anniversary.
And National Video Game Day.
Yeah. And a year since I did my first ever 24-hour video game stream. No big deal. See, I put a stipulation in there because it technically wasn't my first stream. You are right.
Yeah.
So, Shelby.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you just take it away.
Oh, yeah?
And talk about, you know, how we met and how we fell in love.
It was a sunny day on the playground.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and we pushed some kids off the swing set.
And we were like, wow.
We both hate children.
Basically. Yeah, so I'm not obviously going to get like fully into it because I'm sure a lot of people don't care. I do find...
And there's still some animosity between us about it, so...
About what? We're just friends.
Go ahead.
So obviously don't need to tell our whole like story or anything, but just to like give a little bit of background, we did grow up together in the same area or whatever. Have known each other our whole lives, but we didn't start dating until college. Even literally like I think it was like Emily or one of our friends was like, I can't even like, it's weird to think you've only been dating this long because it's like you've known each other forever, but like you've only technically dated for like for college life, obviously. But
Yeah, it was weird to think about that. Like we were like the newest like relationship,
Yeah.
but like it felt like
But like we'd known each other
yeah,
forever.
it felt like we had been dating for a while.
So yeah. Neither of us are really big anniversary people.
I'm not big anything.
Yeah,
Like
well,
holidays and stuff.
we are. Yeah, we are
Special occasions.
I just like Halloween and birthdays and New Year. That's it.
I just like one thing plus another thing plus another thing. So
That's
it's not
like,
just anything.
That's like
you
a
like
third to half of the things in a year.
okay. That's
what I'm saying. I mean, whatever.
BS.
Okay, regardless, we're not huge celebratory people. I literally, both of us were so bad at remembering our anniversary for the first, like, forever when we started dating. And we had to, like, have it marked in calendars, or neither of us would remember it. So it's not really our thing. I feel like it's more just, like, we like to be obnoxious about it. Our first year anniversary... Our first year anniversary, we both posted a really long thing on Facebook of us just mocking what everyone else posts when they're in relationships. And we both wrote incorrect details about each other and really over obnoxious, like, just sentences. And, like, we found it hysterical. I don't think anyone else cared whatsoever.
I don't think anybody even liked it.
No, probably not. But we found it really funny.
We just unfortunately scrolled past it.
But yeah, so we just, that's generally our take on anniversaries. We like to just get food and maybe watch a movie or something or play a game. That's kind of our thing. That's probably exactly what we'll be doing. That's what we'd be doing even if we weren't celebrating an anniversary. But I know we started talking about this during the beginning, but, like, I also was, like, thinking about the whole, like, anniversary dating versus, like, being married and whatnot. And it's really funny because literally I just saw someone yesterday post about their 1-year wedding anniversary, and I was like, I'm guessing we saw the same thing. And I was like, it's so weird that in a few days I'll be saying, like, oh, our dating anniversary. And it's just, like, it's very odd that you start over. One, that we even keep track. 2, that we start over when you're married.
That's dumb. It's so dumb. Why is it any more special that you kissed in front of a bunch of people?
In front of a judge, basically.
And got a piece of paper. Yeah. Than just actually being committed to somebody.
But people now, then they separate and have 2. They're like, oh.
Which is also just stupid.
It's like, oh, it's 8 years since we've been together, but it's a year of marriage.
Stupid. Just get married on the day you started dating. You're locked into that date, so if you don't like it, pick another one.
I'm picking another one. No, I don't care. Anyway, yeah, because then people separate into having, like, 2 or 3 different... What?
Go ahead.
People separate into having, like, 2 or 3 different dates that they celebrate throughout the year for just being together. And it's just, like, funny. I mean, I don't care. People do whatever you want to do. It just, it makes me laugh. That's all.
But you and I both are
kind of whatever about it. We're not even huge on marriage, obviously, so it's kind of like whatever. But
yeah, I just think it's really, like, stupid that, like, after you get married, you, like, start,
like, now it means something
over.
And in a lot of people's minds, like, now it means something.
Yeah,
because you're married.
So weird.
Now
and, like,
it means something.
Yeah, like, it's foolish to say, like we're thought less of if we go, yeah, we've been dating for 5 years, go us, high five. And somebody goes, I've been married for 37 days. It's like, that person's got their shit together. You guys are a bunch of losers.
There's definitely...
Jump off a bridge.
There's definitely, yeah. Like,
and I've had somebody say that to me before.
Oh my God. And someone totally said that. No, there's definitely people, like, take it more seriously when there's the word married behind it. I guess because you're considered, like, you have to go through more work to separate.
It's because we're neighbors.
Is it?
And we're married.
But yeah, is it because it takes more work to separate? Like, now it's, like, official? I don't get it. It confuses me. I really don't, because I don't think about how long we've been dating, but, like, if I say the number, you know, older people will be like, oh, when do you think you're gonna be married? And I'm like, if you think that's even close to a thought in my brain, it's not, like, not even close. I just don't understand the, like, oh, well, like, you've done as much as you can dating, so now it's time for the next step. Like,
I understand that we millennials put a lot of we like to talk about how hard our lives are.
Mm-hmm.
But
imagine
they
what
are.
it's like dating Shelby.
They are. Our lives are hard. So fuck off with the when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have a kid? Because listen, I went to fucking college, so be happy about that because you pressured me into that shit.
So I'm living with that mistake for the rest of my life.
I'm not gonna call it a mistake,
not a mistake, I'm being
but
obnoxious.
yeah, like I'm living with that
Yeah.
right now, and that makes doing checks, notes, anything impossible.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it also that's just not a focus of ours. But yeah, it's funny to think that like we are now hitting that number that it's now gonna be odd. We're not talking of marriage.
Oh, odd.
Odd.
I get it. Because it's
It's an
year
odd
number
year.
5.
But yeah, I just don't get it. And I've heard like people get crap if they're like have been dating for 8 years. They're like, oh, finally. And I'm like, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I think it's really stupid if you're engaged for a really long time.
Yeah, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or so.
That would be foolish.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's the significance of the number 5?
So I tried to Google because I'm like, everything has significance, right?
What's supposed to be the gift after 5 years?
I don't know, and I should have checked that.
Is it gold? Is it platinum?
I don't know.
Is
What?
it diamond?
But also, that's only for wedding, too.
It's only for married, yeah.
But
what is it?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I get it, Shelby. You just want shit.
Yeah, give me stuff.
Give me things.
Give me things. I don't know. Where does it tell you? Traditionally, wood is the 5-year and let's go out and collect sticks.
We already got the desk.
Oh.
Merry Chrysler. We're not gonna
Happy 5-year anniversary.
We're not gonna high five.
I got you a haunted desk.
We're gonna make out later.
Ew. Okay, anyway. So traditionally the gift is wood. I kind of tried to Google if there's significance to the number 5. Came up with very little. Basically,
It's half of a decade.
it's considered a godly number because the first 5 commandments are about your relationship with him. So this is our God year. Are you ready for your year with God?
Leave space.
Sorry. Are you ready for your year with God?
More. He's hung.
And also
Canceled. I'm canceled. I can't say that. We're gonna have to bleep that.
we already were canceled when we started this. And it also can just be a pivotal point of change because it falls between 1 and 9. So like the base numbers. That was it. That's all I found.
I think it's really stupid to say that like a number is like godly or like religious because isn't every number, can't you equate every number like 1? There's but
sun.
1.
The sun.
You worship but 1, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah.
2, the Father and the Son.
I think
3, you got the Holy Trinity at that
Right,
point.
right.
4, you've got the Holy Trinity plus Mary. 5, like you can just like equate it to just about anything.
I think there's a thing that like love is written in the Bible 365 times.
Because you should love
Every day.
single day of the year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm sure they really tried to do that when they were writing the Bible. Also, the amount of times it's been translated, you're telling me that number's never changed?
You know how many times they said Jesus wept? Once. But he did it.
He did it.
He wept.
He wept.
He's human. He's only human.
After all. But yeah, so that's literally all I found on the significance of the number 5. Not very exciting. So that's what we have to look forward to this year. Nothing very exciting and God.
Gang shit only.
But yeah, so that's what really comes down to the big 5. And I think that was really all of the annoying commentary I have on not understanding anniversaries and stuff. So let's play a game. Do you wanna play a game?
Yeah, we got some time.
I tried to Google just some Newlywed game questions. I don't really know how the game works, but I found
I think with my own, again, pea-sized brain knowledge, I'm pretty sure the Newlywed game is like you both write down the answer.
Okay.
And it's like, Spencer, what is Shelby's favorite color? And then we'd both write down the answer and it'd be like on the count of 3 we'd show it. And like you have to answer something about your partner. And then like it would be like, Shelby, what is Spencer's favorite song? And then we both have to write it down.
Right.
And flip it.
And I'd go Beverly Hills by Weezer. So.
This is a crazy what's happening moment because live on this podcast, I'm breaking up with you. So we're not even making it to 5
Weird,
years.
'cause
This whole segment of this podcast No.
That's really weird because hours ago you said I was divorced, so.
Yeah. What'd you even do?
I don't remember.
You deserved it, though.
I remember pouring water, and then you were pouring water, and then you just said divorced, so I must have said something.
There was a reason.
I'm sure.
You deserved it.
I'm sure.
Go ahead.
So.
Newlywed game.
When and where did you first kiss?
Okay, wait. This isn't the Newlywed game?
Well, I just found random questions that were
Okay.
put. Some are like both, and some are like, what's your spouse's or your significant other's favorite? Blah, blah, blah. You know?
Okay. All right. Ready? So, where we first kissed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be. I might let you down right now.
I don't care.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Your
My
freshman dorm room. Okay. Good.
Nice.
I was like, I think. This will be a funny question because we haven't done that many. What was your worst date with your spouse? Sorry, I'm probably gonna say spouse because the question reads with your significant other. We've
Worst
gone on
date?
like 3 dates.
Have we really? No, we've gone on more than that. Have we really had any bad ones though?
No, I don't really think so. No big deal. We haven't really had a bad one. Probably when I took you ice skating. But we had friends with us.
That
so
wasn't a date.
I don't know. What do we really consider a date? We just go get food. How's it bad? When you fake proposed to me? That wasn't a bad date.
That wasn't really a date. I guess it was a date.
That was a date. That was like our first like
Aw.
big date. So cute. I love it. My date, he fake proposed to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny because we don't really. Okay. Ooh, what frightens your spouse the most?
So who are we answering for?
I don't know. Do you have something that frightens you? I don't even know if what frightens me. Okay, I have something for me if you want to do me first.
So something. This is what frightens you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What frightens me the most?
Okay.
Like fear or like just like things that freak me out.
I think it would just be like, what are you scared of?
Okay.
All right.
I hate saying this out loud.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. The
Home
desk in the corner of our room.
That one's
Wait,
close.
what did you say?
I said home invasion.
Oh, I said the desk in the corner of our room.
Pretty
Weird.
much the same thing, honestly. If there's
I did know home invasions, but I wouldn't have
an
come up with that
entity.
right now.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was really random. Oh, okay. Let's see you.
Okay.
So things that frighten you the most, right?
Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Spiders. Yep. Yep. Hands down. Hands down. Not a fan. When you have a spider that, I shit you not, for the visual people, that's this big, at least in my mind, it was this big. It was probably this big.
Despite a little guy.
Staring back at you after you lift up a rock, you say, hell to the no.
And now I'm done with them.
Yeah.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've done around your spouse? I have one if you aren't ready yet.
Okay. Well, this is the most embarrassing thing you've done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's probably, I don't know if it is, but it's still chalked up there for me.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Peed
Passed
in a
out.
cup.
Oh. Oh. Because I made fun of you for it, for like, I wouldn't let you live it down and be like, ew, you peed.
Well, yeah, it was really, well, it didn't help that it was in like our first like 6 months of being together, and you had
I
to
was there
take
for
me
you,
to
though.
the hospital, and I had to pee in a cup, and then you just had to stare at my pee in the I'm there in a hospital robe. I'm shaking because I'm anemic and have nothing in me.
And I was there for you.
You were there for me. You drove 30 minutes to come take me to a hospital because I almost passed out in a shower. Love, all love. And then I just kept going. The cup's still warm.
I thought it was going to be when you
Oh, when I
passed
cut
out
myself and
and
then
cut yourself. Because that was
Yeah.
pretty fucking embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing.
I don't know if it was really embarrassing. It was just weird.
You
I
passed
felt
out.
I felt bad that I like
It was
if
embarrassing.
I like freaked you out at all.
It was embarrassing for me because I let you fall. I let your head hit the ground quite hard, which explains a lot.
Yeah, it really does. Where did you go on your first date?
Wait, we're not going to say what my most
Oh, sorry.
embarrassing thing is? Okay.
Oh God, I don't even know.
Oh, I got to go on.
But like, you're not. You just like do dumb things. You're not like embarrassed.
But this one's embarrassing. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Got a
when I
hole in
was
your
throwing
lung.
up and then almost shit my pants and thought I had a brain bleed.
Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, I felt bad because you were really sick. Why both of ours just involve us being ill?
Ill. It's embarrassing to be sick.
It's not embarrassing.
It shouldn't be, but like you
It
get
shouldn't-
embarrassed. Like
but,
if
we
you throw
both
up in
got
a
really
classroom,
gross,
if you
yeah.
throw up in a
You're
classroom, are you
embarrassed.
not embarrassed?
Yeah.
All right, what's the next
I
one?
didn't even think about that. Okay, where did you go on your first date? I'm pretty sure. We didn't go on a date for quite a while, like an actual date.
Right. So I think I know because we probably were like, this is where we're gonna go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yorktown
Chili's.
Cafe.
Oh.
Just kidding, Buford's.
Oh. Would we have gone to Buford's before Chili's?
Probably. But it might have been Chili's. Chili's was a good answer.
I just know that's like was our go-to.
Yeah, we did that for like the 6 months.
Yeah.
Around there.
I don't know what we'd consider.
'Cause that's probably when we were like, we probably should go on like a real date.
Yeah.
Either it was that or it was that during that day
Yeah.
when I fake proposed to you.
Whatever restaurant we ate at for lunch.
Yeah, would have
Oh.
technically been it.
Yeah, probably. I don't even remember what it was.
It was a place down
Somewhere
on
in
the
the
strip. Yeah. They had like sandwiches and stuff. Pizza maybe.
Yeah, it was definitely pizza.
Yeah, they were good.
Um.
Don't remember the name.
No, I have no idea. Okay, if your spouse could wear one of your clothing items, what would it be? One of your, do we do like super specific? I guess, yeah. One of your clothing items, what would it be?
I've got 2.
Of ones you would wear of mine?
No, I've got
what I
2
would
that
wear
like
of
things that
yours.
you would wear for me.
The one I'm thinking of, I feel like, is like it hasn't happened enough to warrant it being the one.
It was gonna be kind of like a blanket. It wasn't gonna be like a specific.
Oh.
But I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. A sweatshirt,
I was gonna say like sweatpants, yeah.
or I was gonna say a Colts jersey.
Oh,
You love
that's
wearing jerseys.
true.
But technically, I gave you some of those, and they're now just yours.
Yeah, I was gonna
so-
say I was thinking about that, or I was thinking
Sweatpants.
of the like I took your sweatpants for the longest time,
And then you just bought your own though.
and then I just bought my own, or I bought you a flannel that now I wear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd wear anything of yours. I'd rip it.
No, you've tried on pants of mine before. You fit in my pants.
Phrasing. Phrasing. Are we not going to talk about phrasing right now? Phrasing. There's nothing I would wear of yours.
I know. You've worn a jacket for photos. That's about it.
Yes, but again, there's
Nothing you
nothing
would
I would
wear.
wear.
Yeah. Sorry.
Come on, there's got to be a good one.
A good question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is the reaction your spouse gives you in anger but seems funny to you?
I don't know. Anytime I lash out, you tend to start to laugh.
Because I laugh when I'm uncomfortable.
But if you're laughing, there's got to be something funny about it. Fucking bitch. Fucking bitch. So you're laughing right now. And I was angry. I was angry.
When you get angry and you get angry at playing video games and I start to uncomfortably smile and then you're just like, oh yeah? No, don't say anything. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. And then I just leave the room. Because I'm just going to make it worse. What's something I do when I'm mad that you laugh at?
I don't think anything's funny when you get mad.
Mm.
Because you like throw mini tantrums.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan.
Mm.
So if anything, I'm trying to think about like how to get you to stop. Normally, I try to get you to not be mad at the thing that you're mad at and instead just go, yo, just calm down because that's going to make you mad.
Uh-huh.
But at me. And then I feel like from there I can de-escalate it. Because then you're going to realize sooner over being pissed off at a piece of an inanimate object, you'll keep being mad at because it won't fight back. But if you get mad at me, I'll make you realize there's nothing to be mad about. You can't stay mad at me forever. I'm gorgeous.
Fact.
All right, one more.
I don't know. Some of these are just weird. Oh, this one's kind of creepy, writ in a weird manner. What is that dream of your partner which you want to fulfill?
Wait.
A dream of your partner's.
I need to say
You want to
the dream that I
fulfill
wanna
one of
fulfill,
my dreams.
and you have to say the one dream that you have that you think I want to fulfill.
I have to say a dream that you have that I guess want to help you fulfill.
Right, and then I need to say
The
what it
same
is.
Yeah.
No, but for me.
Yeah, your dream.
Like what the dream is that I
want.
think you will. Okay. Ready?
No. One of your dreams?
Yeah. I don't think I have too many dreams.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Meet
Threesome.
the cardinal. I was trying to be like, either keep it vague or be like, well, you'd probably want to meet like Yachty or Melina or like someone of that sort. And
That's what
then,
you hope to help fulfill for me?
I don't know how I'd really help, but like, or I was thinking like, I was like, there's an actress that you, or a model that you always talk about, but I couldn't think of her name.
There's a model that I want to meet?
No, but you always say she's really hot, and so I was gonna be like, get with fill in model name, but I couldn't remember her name, so that was
Get with.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just
but what
get
would that
with
do
her.
for me? If
And
you get with
fulfill
her?
your dream. No, you.
Can you go with her?
No, shut up.
You want to help me get with a model?
Yeah.
Shelby. It's gross.
Happy 5 years.
Happy 5 years. Got me some wood. All right, your dream.
I don't know what my dreams are.
I got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Get you a job.
Yeah. Make a single penny off what's happening. I don't know. That'd be cool.
Okay. I'll help fulfill that.
Okay.
I got this.
Let's do it.
I'm
All right, and that's all we have time for. We are
That
officially
is-
newlyweds.
Oh, okay. You're wrapping up the game. I'm wrapping up the podcast. That's all we have for this week on What's Happening podcast. What's happening? Next week, we will have some sort of hijinks on the channel. Go check us out on YouTube. And hey, if you haven't already, or if you're watching on YouTube right now, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got like 4 subscribers.
Hey, don't out us.
And we're getting more views than that. So y'all need to...
We're getting more than 4 views.
Thankfully. Or else we'd probably hang up the cleats.
Never. We're not quitters.
Just like Rob Manfred. Anyway. Go subscribe over there. You can follow us on our individual social media pages. Shelby, most active on Instagram. Me, more active on Twitter. You can catch us on Twitch. We stream. And anything else?
I don't think so.
And then 2 weeks from now,
see you
if you're
back
listening
here.
to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or whatever, we'll be back with another episode of What's Happening. That'll be episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us a rating on those, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks or next week. Goodbye.